And I'm sure you know by now from the story that we rolled that 4 JoyNews journalists on Saturday were awarded for their excellent reportage. 2 of them in the studio with me. Natalia Kwanzaa is our colleague, usually in the Western region. And you heard her a lot, particularly with the AM show, with the Takoradi Girls issue. Ina is here. And Beryl, we've also been running a lot of the stories that she's been doing. And we're really happy for this award. Good morning to you, ladies.
Good morning.
Explain, Ina, what you won on the night.
Okay, so I had the Kamla Dumo Most Promising Young Journalist of the Year.
This is back home. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. Basically, I think it boils down to the 3 awards I won 2 weeks ago at the regional GJA, which was why I had the Most Promising Young Journalist of the Year.
So you have the most promising.
Yes, but this one there is a Kamla Dumo.
There's a Kamla Dumo. That makes all the difference.
Yeah, and then the Rural Reporter of the Year, basically, that was based on the story I did on road connectivity from Libo to Wenche, and then telephone connectivity in the cemetery. If you remember that story where people in Asemkrum have to go to the cemetery before making calls.
Absolutely.
The role I played in reporting on the missing Takoradi Girls.
Yeah. That was very detailed. Yeah. Beryl, I was with you at Wameka.
Yes.
It was so disappointing.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Yeah.
How many, like just some few weeks on with this award. Explain the category, what you won.
This award is for the health category. So it's Best Health Reporter, Television 2018. And it's for my story, Twisted by Beth, the story on obstetric fistula. The same story that earned me the Wameka finalist.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful to God. I didn't win the Wameka one, but at least getting to that stage.
Absolutely.
It's a plus for me.
Because you were competing with the whole of West Africa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and the fact that you even got the nomination.
Yes.
That in itself was such a big deal.
Considering the few years of practicing journalism, reaching this far.
Let's talk about that. Where have you come from, Beryl?
I've come from afar. Let me put it that way. I've come from had a very tough start, a very tough beginning. It wasn't all that rosy.
Because this was not like your first love. This was not it. Journalism was not supposed to be it.
I was in the banking sector. Then 1 or 2 happened. I came home. I was given another opportunity to come back to the banking sector. But I don't know, something within me felt that no, I shouldn't go back. There's something I wanted to do. So a lot of introspection. Then I realized that growing up, there was something that I really wanted to do. That was journalism. Because my father, he introduced us to news. You watch news every day before you sleep. I said, okay, I want to do journalism. I have my first degree already from University of Ghana, Lagos, 2013. So I have to be abreast of whatever is happening in the media landscape. So that was when I decided to learn something about journalism. And I went to Tommy Annan Forson School. He trained me for 3 months.
Okay.
Then after that, I came here by the grace of God. I've come this far.
You have come this far. We can't even begin to tell the story, the newsroom story. But you've been very patient. It's been a lot of. I think you need a lot of patience to be able to to deal with what happens in the newsroom. And you've taken in so much. Yeah, Ina, you've been based in Takoradi. Tell us when you started your journalism career.
Okay, so I started 5 years ago with Radio Max in Takoradi as an intern. It wasn't easy, but I had a mother in the newsroom, and I into who would always say, Ina, he's able, you can make it. And Kuku was super, I call him Uncle Kuku. There are times I will go to the newsroom, and after the news, I'll come back crying. And I say, Uncle Kuku, I can't do this job. And he'll say, Ina, you can do it. So I had people who backed me and said, continue. At a point in 2016, Uncle Kuku said, like, let me say Uncle Kuku, I know you don't like it.
No, it's okay.
And people would say, why is she doing Uncle? Yeah, she was like, okay, Ina, I think the president is in town when there is rallies. I want you to report for Joy FM. I know you can do it. So I began from there. And then little by little,
Yeah.
I was introduced to the team. I write scripts from the region. I send it. Sometimes Fifi Kumson would edit it. I send it to any editor I feel that, oh, let me send it to, and then there'll be corrections here and there. I do it this way. I love consultation. So anyone I think is good in the region or here, I'll just call you and say, please, I'm doing this story. Can you help me out? I have this idea. What do you think? So that has been it, and then the grace of God, which has always kept me going.
Yeah. I know you like heels a lot. You like wedges. And I can't believe that you travel to all these places to report in what? In your wedges?
When I'm going to those places, I don't wear that. I don't wear that. Yeah, I wear it because I mean, I'm not standing by you. My hand.
No. I mean, I'm just highlighting on the fact that you're very girly, yet you're able to tell the rural stories, stories that people will run away from. People like sophisticated stories.
I love to be there because when you get to the rural communities, you understand life better. You live in the city, you see everything, and we are always complaining in the city. But when you get to the rural community, especially where we have our resources coming from, and you look at the school buildings the students have to sit in, sometimes they are under trees. You look at their roads, the hospital, you look at everything. It's just give you the edge that no, you need to do more. You need to visit them more. You need to tell their story, because mostly people don't love going there. It sometimes gets difficult when, as a lady, I need to sit in a Kia truck, and then even with that Kia truck, we are loaded in it. And then you sit, there is sun scorching, there is rainfall, and then at night, as late as 9 o'clock, you sit on a motor in the interland. It's difficult, but it can only encourage me to do more. Because if they are able to stay there and they live life normal, then what
and you're just going for a day or two to report.
What is it?
Yeah. But it takes a lot to be able to do that. Let me link up with other colleagues as well. Justice Baidu also got an award on the night. He joins us via Skype. Justice was a judge, best journalist in telecommunication category. Justice, I heard you say, you won't believe it, but this is my first ever GJA award. How is that?
Yes, it was. Good morning, Mama V, and good morning to Perio and Ina. I think it's been a great feeling. It's been a really great feeling. Yesterday we were on radio speaking about how our different experiences, and listening to Seth talk about how long it took to have his first GJA award. I think it's a great feeling, and it sort of makes you know. Of course, we know that we do a lot of hard work and putting a lot of commitment into the journalism that we produce at JoyNews. But this level of recognition sort of puts an icing on the cake. And as always, this is to the team and everybody.
You always say that this is to the team. But how many do you have now? I'm not talking about the GJA awards, because I'm sure you counted last night before you slept. If you didn't, I know Shirley did. Your beautiful wife. So how many do you have now?
I don't know if you can see behind me the shelf in my home office has a couple. But like I said, I mean, this is the first time I'm winning an award here at this level. I mean, at home.
Yeah.
And so this is particularly dear to me because it's a recognition from the Mother Union of Journalists in Ghana. And so I think it will be a travesty to travel around the world and win everything and not win anything at home. And so this is like the justice.
Yeah. I can see you. How do I even call him with these awards now? That's awards Mugabe right there. Kwame Boateng. Good morning to you. Congratulations on winning this Features and Human Rights Reporting award. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Are you tired of talking about awards?
Yeah.
Oh, Kwame, listen, you do such an incredible work. It is no surprising that you're always bagging these awards. What does this one mean to you?
I wish this record all the time, because to celebrate for the achievement. you've got.
Okay, we seem to have a little challenge with your sound, said Kwame Boateng. So let me just quickly speak to Justice again. We'll see if we can come back to you and get a better sound there. Justice, tell us about this story that won you the award.
So I put in 2 stories in this particular category of telecommunications. One was the story of a community in the Upper West region that is without mobile telephony network. And this has been for the entire time that people have been living in this community. And they would have to get onto motor bicycles and ride for about an hour, and then find a place where they would have to then hang their mobile phones on the branches of a tree. And all within that geographical area. It is only that part where this tree is that they can get connection. Yeah. And so if you don't go there, you are basically cut off from the rest of the world. And so this piece of story was about how this problem was sort of affecting maternal health in the community, because there were women who had gone into labor and there was no way they could reach an ambulance service or even a public bus to be able to pick someone from the area. So that was the story that got me this award. Yeah.
Okay. I can't say congratulations enough, Justice, but let's see if we can get Kwame back with a clearer sound. Kwame? Hello, sir. Kwame Boateng. Okay, we still seem to have an issue there. We'll try and raise you maybe on the telephone line so that we can have a conversation. Ladies, so Beryl, this is the very first one.
Yes.
In how many years?
3 years. I started this journalism career 2016 March. So 3 years, just short.
Like 2016 and she already has this award. Like, that's a big deal. What did family say? Especially because I know not everybody agreed that you should do journalism.
Yeah. My family, in the beginning, they were not, in the beginning, they didn't buy into the idea of me wanting to do journalism. They didn't sort of agree why I would leave a lucrative job to come into a job that is perceived not to be very, very lucrative.
Masa, it is not perceived, it is. It's the passion.
It's the passion.
That's what drives it.
So they didn't sort of buy into the idea. They tried to talk me out, but I was still determined.
Yeah.
I told them, no, this is what I want to do. This is what I feel God wants me to do at this point in my life. And at this moment, they are proud. My mom is like, oh, thank God, you've done very well. I'm proud of you, my daughter. And my twin sister too, she walked up on stage with me to receive the award. She's also very proud of me. Lots of family members have called me, both home and abroad. They also, Beryl, we are proud of you. We know how you started from the beginning. Yeah. We all didn't buy into the idea, but we like your spirit of perseverance. You know what you want and you go for it. And I think that's basically it. If you have passion for what you do, no matter the challenges or no matter the unfavorable circumstances you may encounter, once you are focused and you pray to God. And I think I was looking at the bigger picture. So I wasn't listening to voices or, you know, I was looking at the bigger picture. At times when I felt like giving up, there was this voice within me telling me, Beryl, keep on going, look at the bigger picture, something will come. One day you'll be rewarded for your hard work. And in this time, he made this beautiful. He made it because just 3 years.
I think there's something that I am even remembering now, and I think it's not even in the award, because when you told that particular story, the kind of response that we got, and you still receive. Tell us a bit about the story again so I can continue with what we continue to receive because of the story.
The story focused on some women who were living with obstetric fistula, a severe childbirth injury. And we know this condition is mostly got as a result of prolonged labor. So I told the story about 4 women. I featured 4 women, and out of the 4 women, 3 of them have successfully undergone surgeries. And I think that's what makes me happy, that through the story, I've been able to change lives. I've been able to transform lives. I've been able to put a smile on somebody's face.
Yeah.
That's the, shall I say, sense of satisfaction.
Absolutely.
I wake up every day with
and there are people who continue to give, is it diapers and
sanitary pads to these women. To these women.
See,
I have a lot I have to distribute.
I see the boxes often in the newsroom, and then you come back and you don't see it again. So the story itself made such
impact.
Yeah, exactly. Ina, Western Regional Queen. Right now, you tell us about the various. First of all, the earlier award you won 3 weeks ago. You've mentioned the story. This particular one was the telephone, which is almost similar to Justice's own, except that his was like a tree, which was 1 hour, like a 1 hour ride away. Yours was cemetery. Yeah. What does it mean? Because you've promised the people in the rural communities that you'll be telling more of their stories. Do you know what that means?
I know what it means.
Tell us what that means.
I know what it means. I know that people will be expecting me to be in their communities to tell their stories, and I've started getting calls and messages on that.
You invited that. You brought that onto yourself.
Sure, and I'm ready for it. I want to go there and tell their story, because for the telephonic connectivity story, I think 2 weeks after one of the telecommunication giants went in there, one of the communities, Omape, now has a mast and they can make calls. The last time I visited, they were so happy. So I think Joy News really gets results for what we do. And then there was this one I did, Living on Prayer, a girl in Takoradi, Miriam. She attended Fijai. She did a surgery, a brain tumor surgery. After the surgery, 11 years, she went partially blind, partially paralyzed. And when you look at the shape of her head, it's like they've stripped this side off. So it does not really look like a normal head. And after we did the story, Living on Prayers, Miriam has gotten a lot of assistance. People in her church in Takoradi didn't know where she was. Her friends, her colleagues didn't know where Miriam was until we did the story. And now she's undergoing some medical treatments and all that. So it's some
so great. You know, we're not just telling stories to win awards, but we're telling stories that also make impacts in ordinary lives. And it makes all the difference. Let's see if we can get Seth Kwame Boateng, who is our King Kong really when it comes to awards. Seth Kwame Boateng, I hope that we can hear you better now. Good morning again.
Good morning, Mama V.
Great. I'm saying that you are awards King Kong. So, so tell us about the stories that won you this latest accolade.
2 awards. The first one was the one on maternal mortality. The title was Women in Battle. And the human rights one that won me that category is the Death Row, the documentary I did on prisoners on death row at the Insom medium security prison.
You've been Journalist of the Year, really, so you know what it takes. But what does this latest one mean to you and your works?
I've been sharing with the team that I see this to be, it's a peer review that every year I submit myself to a team to assess my work, how well I'm performing. And this award tells me that I'm on course. Maybe I'm doing my best, and I have not gone down yet. I'm still relevant in a way. So it will encourage me to do more. And Mama, really, this morning I wish we would give all the time to Natalia and Beryl.
So don't worry, your time is very short. I'm going to send you packing right now. You have 30 seconds remaining.
But it's a teamwork, and it means a lot to me that as a team, we are still on course. We are still doing our best. And at this point, Mama V, there are people who work behind the scenes for us. I am self-come about them today because of, for example, the drivers I travel with, the engineers I work with, the cameramen I put pressure on, the editors I work with, the post-production team, we call them men. I am set because of them. And today I wrote on my Facebook page that they should be bold to tell the world that they made me who I am today. So, yes, it's my name that is always mentioned, but I work with a solid team, and I have a team behind me. So it's not about Steph Boys, it's about the team. We did this together. I didn't shoot the video. I didn't edit the sound. I have a team that worked with me. The script was edited. Management gave me money. So it's about them, not really about the Kwame Boateng.
Absolutely. With that said, your time is up. I'll spend the rest with the ladies. So, Kwame Boateng, we celebrate you on this latest awards and the pride that you bring us here at Joy News. So, congratulations to you.
Thank you, Mamagi.
All right. The time left will be with you, ladies. So what's up next? You've told us you're going to go into more of these rural communities to tell the stories. I know you. There's also Radio Max,
Sure.
Where you work.
Sure.
What do you think that this would mean to your colleagues back in Takoradi and back at Radio Max?
Well, this means a lot to them. Even before I get back to Takoradi, already celebrating, especially for colleagues who have seen me when I came 5 years ago, and I knew nothing. I mean, I was trained on the job. I was from school. I mean, literally, they will teach you the theoretical aspects in school, but when you get on the field, you see that it's a new ball game altogether. I remember my mom in the industry, Nana Adrentia, a Saturday night, even before I could post anything, she has started writing how I came to the newsroom, how I sometimes come and then I will be crying and all that. So it means a lot to the team back in Takoradi, for Radio Max, for my colleagues, journalists, and everyone who has made an impact. And then Uncle Kuku, he's so proud that his little Ina has risen to, I mean, some point that today she wouldn't have to cry again, but to prove to the world that she indeed deserve what she got.
Absolutely.
And then I
know how he's defended your work and you in the past. Is somebody in your family watching this conversation right now?
I'm sure they are. And my mom, she has been happy. I'm the only child.
I was waiting for you to mention her.
I'm the only child. So yesterday she called and she was so happy. She said, oh, let me use our local palace.
Stop calling whoever is calling.
She was like, oh, I don't crow to me, I did but Yami Shrao. And my church, my bishop, he's been praying for me and all that. God bless everyone.
We're super proud
and
of
management of multimedia.
All right, Ina. Beryl.
Yes.
Yeah, what is ahead?
That there's more to come. I have to continue working hard. I shouldn't be complacent. I have to continue working hard. And I'm glad that after I won this award, I got lots of messages from young journalists in school. Beryl, you're an inspiration. I have heard your story and I'm inspired. When can I come and see you? So that you meant time, they're like, hey, so like, I'm glad somebody's able to look up to me, to forge ahead in spite of the difficult circumstances. So
great.
I thank God for how far he's brought me, and I thank God for the multimedia team, and also for my supportive family.
Yeah, great. Okay, so let's wrap up with Justice Vader. Justice, if you can hear me.
I was just, yes, I've just been out, just sitting back, listening to you guys and watching Ina and Beryl, and I can't be. I'm really proud of both of them. I think their story shows just how much you can get if you put in the extra.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always been telling people that the difference between everyday journalism and award-winning journalism is the extra, and that is what many people in our industry are not doing, which I think that those of us at Joy News, fortunately, put in every day to do, and it's no surprise that we keep getting on these platforms and winning these awards. And so for me, I think that this is a big push for all of us at Joy News, and for us, it's nothing new. It's just getting back onto the road and doing what we do for survival every day, and hoping that the impact. I mean, and I think that sometimes when we win these awards, it's almost like the awards are the reasons why we work, but no, that is not at all.
True.
It's stories like what Ina is talking about, that a community now could have mobile telephony network because she went there and told their story. The stories like what Beryl has been able to produce, that now means that women who have been living with obstetric fistula now could go through the surgery and live a decent life for themselves.
Sure.
And for us, I think it's the same for all of our colleagues.
Okay, Justice, we'll continue to celebrate you and your works. Congratulations to you on these awards. Ladies, congratulations as well.
Thank you.
Celebrate. You can take the day off, whatever. Stay with us. We'll bring you show business. Becky is here right after this.